I now give the floor to the representative of the Syrian Arab Republic.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Syrian Arab Republic repeated time and again its unequivocal condemnation of the use of chemical weapons by anyone, anywhere, at any time, and under any circumstances. Therefore, we categorically reject all those baseless accusations by some countries, foremost the United States of America, which is supporting the terrorist groups that use chemical weapons in Syria. The Syrian Arab Republic, since its accession voluntarily to the Chemical Weapons Convention, was keen to fully cooperate with the OPCW even before its entry into force for Syria. My delegation would like to present some updates which were not included in Mrs. Nakamitsu's briefing. First, the Syrian Arab Republic has submitted to the Director General its 106 monthly report on the 15th of September 2022, which included the activities of the Syrian Arab Republic related to the destruction of the chemical weapons and its production facilities. Second, the Syrian Arab Republic stresses its keenness to hold the anticipated high-level meeting between the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates, the head of the Syrian National Authority, with the Director General of the organization as soon as possible, in line with an agenda agreed upon by both parties that would help settle all outstanding matters. In this vein, I would like to stress that the Syrian National Authority has proposed on the Technical Secretariat to hold a coordinating meeting between both parties in Beirut. This is just a coordination meeting and not the meeting that will be held between the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Director General to agree on the agenda of this high-level meeting. This is just to be accurate. Third, the Syrian Arab Republic facilitated a visit by the OPCW Technical Secretariat to undertake the 9th round of inspection to the Scientific Studies and Research Center from the 11th to the 19th of September. In this regard, my delegation expresses its astonishment that the monthly report of the Director General did not mention the report of the 8th round of inspection, which underlined the absence of any banned activity according to the convention. It also commended the great cooperation and facilities presented by Syria to the inspection team during that round. Fourth, the Syrian Arab Republic reiterates its welcoming of the 25th round of consultations of the DAT. We would also like to stress that there are no restrictions on the deployment of that team. We believe that the exclusion of one person from that team should not prevent the holding of that round, especially that the organization has so many qualified experts who can undertake the same task. In this regard, we recall, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Council, that the Syrian party expressed its readiness to hold this round in Damascus and The Hague and even in Beirut. However, the OPCW Technical Secretariat has insisted on its position to include that person in the team. Thus, the Syrian National Authority agreed to the proposal of the technical secretary to exchange correspondence and information on all matters under the mandate of the Declaration Assessment Team, even though we believe that such an approach would bring fewer outcomes. Fifth, turning to the work of the fact-finding mission, Syria is still awaiting the publication of the delayed reports of the mission on the accidents reported by the Syrian Arab Republic since 2017. Syria calls upon the mission to abide by the reference working paper and the provisions of the convention, especially the verification annex. We also call upon the mission to undertake its task with professionalism, neutrality, and objectivity. 6. The Syrian Arab Republic stresses once again its position that the IIT has been established illegitimately. We reject all the wrong and unprofessional working methods of that team, which naturally lead to false conclusions that only serve the agendas of some Western countries that use that team as a tool to serve their hostile agendas against Syria. The statements of some countries today, particularly the United States of America, is a clear evidence to what we said. Syria considers any reference to the reports of this team or its conclusions necessitate denouncing and condemnation. Seventh, and to conclude, the Syrian Arab Republic expresses once again its astonishment that the OPCW Technical Secretariat and the Security Council 1540 Committee insist on disregarding the information that is submitted on terrorist groups' possession and use of chemical weapons in Syria, or the fabrication of accidents just to accuse the Syrian Arab Army of committing them. This is a clear and flagrant sign of selectivity and double standards. It reflects the politicization that controls this file. Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the representative of the Syrian Arab Republic for their statement.